story is, I want for my brother what I want for myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on. I want all my people around me. Everybody living good. Everybody eating good. Everybody chilling. I want all my people around me. Everybody eating good. Everybody living good. One for my brother, one for myself.
The sun is shining. The air is clear. My folks are smiling. No need for fear. The kids are learning what they should learn. Finally, folks are earning what they should earn.
I want all my people around me. Everybody living good. Everybody eating good. Everybody chilling. I want all my people around me. Everybody eating good. Everybody living good. One for my brother, one for myself. If there's enough for one, there's enough for two. It starts with me and it starts with you. It's complicated, but it's simple too. Just like patience, sharing is a virtue. Show folks where you stand. Lend a hand when you can to your fellow man. Over plan for the day when you can't work the way you used to. I want all my people around me. Everybody living good. Everybody eating good. Everybody chilling. I want all my people around me. Everybody living good. Everybody eating good. One for my brother, one for myself. All my people, yeah. All my people. All my people, yeah. All my people, yeah. All my people, yeah. All my people. All my people. Oh, 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 oh. I want all my people around me. I want all my people around me. Everybody living good. Everybody's eating good. And everybody's. I want all my people around me. Everybody living good. And the children. Everybody eating good. Everybody chilling. I want all my people around me. Everybody living good. And the children. Everybody eating good. One for my brother, one for myself. Thank God for you.
I thank God. I thank God.
You a woman enough, girl, not to try to hide.
Didn't try to hide it, baby.
You didn't try to hide your love for this other guy.
Hide it, baby.
Hey, no need to explain. Oh, I thank the angels for you, that you are woman enough. Try to make it easier for me. Wherever said want you to know you have but to call on me, and I'll be right by your side.
It's very nice to see there's a man who understands how hard it is to take your hand and try to explain. You're the kind of man you are to be so understanding. Why? So understanding, so understanding, so understanding, so understanding. Wherever you go, you have but to call on me, and I'm gonna be right by your side. Yes, I will. Oh, thank God above
that we were able to see just how wrong we were, and understanding love,
and understanding love couldn't have us in love
and
without us.
understanding
And understanding love couldn't have us in love
and
without us.
understanding
And understanding love couldn't have us in love without us.
when you wake up in the morning, baby,
And understanding love couldn't have us in love without us.
don't think you realize
And understanding love couldn't have us in love without us.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome all to another episode. Strictly Ghetto show. Should be an everyday people show, but it's strictly ghetto. In case you didn't know, this is a real cast production. That's right, real cast production. But you know, how y'all doing tonight? Hope y'all had a great week. I'm taking a day off today. I've been working too daggone much. But working, all I do is work, to go home, to work, then go back home for a quick wink, and then gotta go right back in the morning. It's tiring. They got you doing all this work. Got me doing all this work to try to, pay some bills and stuff. It gets frustrating, I know, for me. Then you gotta try to juggle in there, trying to keep your health together, keep all your situation together. But I just wanted to talk about some things today because I had a little frustration. Haven't been able to do a show in a minute. Haven't been able to do a show in a while. Haven't been able to get stuff off my chest. But I welcome all y'all today. Gonna welcome all the people in the chat room. What's up to my promoter and the founder, CEO of Realcast. That's Jungle Brother. What's up, Jungle? Glad you could join me for this episode. Also here and in the house, we got the lovely DJ Nudu. DJ Nunu. She's here. She's from MCDE, repping MCDE. Uh-oh. Starting to get a little ghetto. Hold up. I think I hear baby in the background saying that she's hungry. We gonna have to pause for me. Hey! You hungry? I got some. Didn't get some chili. There's still chili left, right? Tired of chili.
Want some pizza?
Pizza is bad for you. No, I can't have that. It's gonna. I thought we was in this health thing together.
We're in this together. You on the show?
Yeah, I'm on the show.
Is it pizza show?
Going. We're gonna take a quick break. I'll come back in a few minutes. All right. Thanks, yo.
You told me things, and I believe them all. You disappeared at times, but that didn't matter at all. Those lonely nights, I waited for your call. I didn't know it then. You were someone's husband. My desire for you is strong.
Welcome back. So listen, I'm doing this show today, and it's based on, frustrations. My frustrations of dealing with brainwashed black folk. Oh my gosh, for brothers and sisters. We still call them brothers and sisters for now, but I start to wonder. I start to slip. We're going to talk about that, but let me get to some more of the chat room here. Let me introduce you to some of the chat people I got also in this chat room today. I got a brother who does the Lonely Hearts Cafe show. If you like to get into that dirty topics, the topics you concerned about, your freak side, talk, you can get in with Christopher Tracy, Aloysius, and he's in the chat room. Team Broadcasting, Togo Chris, he's in the chat. Welcome him to the chat. Also, brother got a good show called Posting in the Paint with Angry Black Man Doc Bell. He's in the chat room. What's up, Angry Man Doc Bell? Yeah. It's a good show, man. Good show. Talking about stuff, and he got his own opinions. I cherish shows that talk about their own stuff and carry their own opinions, and they probably turn the volume down so they can make sure their brain's still in function and still work. I love that. Also, in this chat, fellow Realcaster K3000 is up in here. He's in the chat room. Keeping it real all the way. Another one for us. Another real caster up in here for us today is he's got his show, the Underground Railroad Show, Mondays from usually 7 o'clock Eastern time. On the Eastern time zone, but yesterday, was it 1 p.m., noon, or something like that? Yeah, that's what time it came on there. Still, great show. MCDE member. DJ Hammer. So there we go. Got all the intros. I think that's all my peoples. These are all my people that's come with me to join me tonight. I'm thankful for y'all that's listening to me as I'm in the ghetto room as we into the ghetto show today. I was talking my subject today about the frustrations of dealing with the people that don't understand what's going on. They don't understand reality. And reality is going to kick them in the face one day, and I wonder will they be ready to handle that, because they still talk. You coming into encounters with these people. They go on repeating the same stuff that was ever been taught to them throughout their life, and they don't refuse to use what their heart, what's been given to them, like their heart, to their mind, their eyes, their gut. None of the stuff that none of the third eye, they don't use that at all. What they do is they just regurgitate the same stuff, the same rhetoric that they put out in the media or they put out in advertising, and all the things all which ways they've been doing it for years. and then they try to, you know, they try to use those tactics on you to try to make you a frustrated turn you to a frustrated person. It boggles the mind how people can still say stuff like, oh, to say stuff like, oh, you are a racist or reverse racism, and using all that stuff and race baiter. Really, for me, you know, I'm just trying to point out to a truth there. You know, if I'm trying to say something, and I might say the same thing over and over several times, you know, it's just to fight back against a system which always preaches negativity towards you every time, but you don't recognize it, and you don't want to bring up what they're telling you. You don't want to bring up this, you know, you don't want to bring it up on their side. You just go around with it. I guess it's just, you know, it's like putting on your pants every day, one leg at a time. To you, it's okay. And as we was watching NFL yesterday, well, I wasn't really watching, and I was keeping up with it using the Google, because I really don't want to be, you know, trying to watch that stuff. But as I watched the highlights, they still trying to push this idea that Sam Darnold was the Giants should have drafted Sam Darnold. I'm not going to talk about sports though. You know, I might use sports sometimes, but you know, it's only so people could help you relate. You know, they try to push this Sam Darnold. The Giants should have took Sam Darnold instead of Saquon Barkley. The Giants should have took Sam Darnold so he can lead, you know, and then he had a decent game, you know, but they won't show you is the fact that they was he was able to run the football effectively, which helped to ease up the pressures he had against them in the game, so he was able to make faster, better decisions with the football because he had time to do it. And he was able to succeed, and then they made him, but they made him like, you know, it was a mistake. Now everybody's saying it's a mistake that they took him. The Giants took Saquon over him, and I still don't believe that. They got the win. They got a W against the team that had trouble stopping the run since preseason. And they got that new coach up in there. He don't know. The new coach is up in there. He probably a fugazi. I believe he's a fugazi. You know, I believe he's a fugazi coach. They had him up there. He was on the sidelines with the, you know, running the defense, and had that big old beard, and everybody wanted him. I remember all the Giants fans wanted that bearded dude, and he didn't show. You know, he was like, they thought that he was going to be great as a coach. And there was discussions that the Giants were even going to grab him as a coach, but he didn't get the job. We chose some other crumb. But, you know, and that's my opinion. He's a crumb. You know, Pat Shermer's a crumb too. So we was talking about that, and, you know, so I'm thinking about that, and They wanted us to take it, so they beat you that in your head all the time. They keep beating it over your head daily. Now, if somebody else wants to talk about how some other player isn't up to the snuff, and that's, you know, so we want to, you know, we return that, okay, so we return it, and it's like, okay, they should have, you know, so that's slap in the face to Saquon. Saquon had all that. He did all he played. He performed well in the draft time. So when it came time to him to get picked, he got picked the number 2 pick. And you slapping him in the face, you know. So you slapping him in the face to boost up this dude that only had like a 1-game performance, and he had the help of the holes was open, so the running game was all there, and he didn't have to do, you know, he had less pressure because he saw the first pass he threw was a pick 6 the other way. but now since he settled down and the team was able to win, it's a mistake now. You know, that's what I got. I got a problem with stuff like that. So if we talking about certain players, they always beat it into our head that Cam Newton ain't worth, is what's, saying, they're always beating stuff into your head. It always starts where does it start? Where does all this start? It doesn't just start with sports. It's not just it's in your workplace. It's everywhere. And you get to talk to people and they end up talking the same old stuff. They doing so and so, but what about black on black crime? They talk about that person getting shot by the cop or that knocked on his door, that knocked on, he shot, what about black on black crime? You always get one of those people all the time, and the frustration to dealing with. And I looked, and I did my research, and there's no book or anything on how to deal with the people that refuse to learn, refuse to read a book, no matter how many times you refuse to sit and turn off the TV, no matter how many times you tell them. They know more about the TV show Power than they know what's going on in their own lives. Their own lives. They know more about what's going on the TV show. Love and Hip Hop. They know more going on in Love and Hip Hop than they know what's going on the world around them. That's a problem. I got an article here where I got Dr. Boyce Watkins. He's talking about, he's got 27 ways black people are brainwashed for birth. 27 ways, and he had this article is in his Financial Juneteenth website, and and he got the 27 ways, and I'm going to try to read through these. I'm going to read through these ones on his list. It's a pretty daggone good list of stuff he got here. But before I do that, let me say what's up to some three people that just showed up in my chat room. I want to say what's up to Andrew Miller. Andrew Miller, he's up in there. Also, I want to say what's up. To Sluggo. The Hammer. What's up, Sluggo? ATL, prideful ATL pride. The product of ATL, Sluggo. So, and I got, let me see, I had one more. Oh yeah, this guy's he knows his stuff about boxing. I ain't really follow boxing. I stopped following boxing after like once the 2000s came along. But this guy keeps up with it all. He's very knowledgeable about other things too. I'm pretty sure he's out there from Minnesota. Won't y'all welcome RC to the chat room as well. What's up, RC? So we got what's that? Saunders is in the house. I hear that. Saunders Traded Tech. What's up, y'all? What's up? Saunders Traded Tech. High school, Yonkers, New York. Yonkers, New York. That's where I went to. I didn't go to the Gordons. I didn't go to the Lincolns or the Yonkers High. You can go there either. brought Yonkers High back from the dead. But I ain't go there. I ain't go to Roosevelt. To Saunders. Best school, best high school in Yonkers. So you see the list here, 27 ways black people are brainwashed from birth. And he got a list here. And this is list number 1. Letting our oppressors educate our children, medicate them, and put them in the school to prison pipeline. That's his number 1 way that we've been brainwashed as black people. Oh, wait a minute. Another guy. This is the cousin of the ninja. That ninja is in the chat room. He's got his own podcast on YouTube. I forget the name of the podcast. It's on YouTube. Look out for it. If we can, he may have to leave that all that YouTube information in there. Welcome, That Bad DJ. That Bad DJ. I think he's from Lala. I think he's from Lala. Okay, I got through all of this. But I wanted to say, I'm living right now in the deck. I'm in Decatur area. I'm on Decatur. That DJ said he's in the DJ podcast on YouTube. Okay. So, the number 1, so I'm going back on topic here. These are 27 ways with black people are brainwashed from birth. Letting our oppressors educate our children. And then you let them educate your children, but not only that, you let them come home and you just immediately, put them in the homework, because you're too busy with your life to do helping them. So this is how they become one of those people that we have grow so frustrated with to get to grab our head. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have to deal with this person. Oh my God. Why? Why me? Why me, God? But, that's what we have to deal with, because we putting them in we let our oppressors educate our children. I guess, some of us don't really have a choice because we don't have the money to do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? And another way, number 2, was another way they also oppress us is that they believe in, the Caucasians are supposed to give us jobs when we can actually create our own. That's right. That's another one, and I'm guilty of that one. I am guilty of that one. I mess up with that too. But I guess it's just part of your limited thinking, and where you come from. You was taught that. I was taught that. You work hard, go to school, get a good job. Work hard, go to school, get a good job. Go to school, go to college, get a good job. That was the fast thinking that all your parents taught you that. Most parents taught their children that, and they pass that on, and it goes to the next generation, and then it makes for a frustrated somebody that gotta deal with that limited mindset that you're gonna have to get over and get past. Like I have to get past that somehow. Maybe I could start my own, hot dog business. They had this little boy. He started his own hot dog business on the side to pay for his whole clothing and stuff. It was way back in that. He's back in that state of RC state, Minnesota, and I think it was RC state, and he started selling some dogs and stuff. Some kids they buy a whole bunch of candies on the cheap, and then they go and sell it for double, triple the price. That's how they break that. When you're doing that to your kids, you break that mold or that habit that they might have, and it ends up being easier to deal with that person. Because now these guys are on TV and radio. We got Jason Whitlock. He's up there selling himself out, and that's because he's but he's not the only one. selling himself out. I think a lot of us are just about, if you could have to probably think it was almost most or all of us are selling out in some type of way, shape, or form. But it's just the way that you do it that makes for a frustrated person trying to deal with you, because you can't, unlock your mind to think in the new. And sometimes you gotta be open to your new things. Let me read some of the chat here because I was just going through that. Okay. Okay, so RC, let me see. We want to start from here because I'm trying to. Everybody's giving me. Okay, everybody's giving me some stuff here, so I'm looking through it. But here's some. RC is in here. I think RC was the first one put. Oh, Jungle Brother the first one put a real chat. Jungle Brother said, "Preach, G Money. They all know about power, but couldn't tell you the name of the sister running for governor." That's true. That's true. That's true. Couldn't tell you what's going on in power. Stacey Abrams. She's running. She's running for governor. Trying to figure out who she is before if I decide to vote for her. Or do I write my own name or put my own candidate in the race? Another thing we have to start getting out of the box of is these two party, the 2-3 party alliance thing. That's one way we've been conditioned to just love and accept these two parties, and these two parties may not be the best thing for us. What it might be the best thing for us is try to force make our own way, and and then find build on that, and let that be something to build upon. You build something, start something on our own, and say this is ours. At least you can say something. This is ours. This is our candidate. He's not gonna be selling out to nobody else because this is our candidate. He's ours. He or she is our candidate. RC said, couldn't believe a certain podcast said today that Ryan Fitzpatrick is better than Tyrod Taylor. I don't know. Tyrod, certain podcast today, was it an X Squadron? I wonder if it was an X Squadron. I know it's fenced to the X Squadron, but there's a lot of those guys. Indeed, most of them, they kind of are very mainstream in their thought and opinions. And they hold on to that. And they also hold on to the hope that they will get a mainstream job. So, they have mainstream sponsors. And they, let's just call them mainstream. The mainstream, there's the mainstream brothers, and there's the mainstream show. And the mainstream folks, they just love it. They eat that stuff up all day. They love to put what's already out there. And they try to refresh, they try to refresh them dirty drawers. It's like trying to refresh dirty drawers. You spray some cologne and perfume over what somebody else, it definitely stinks and reeks of the odor. But, you try to, it smell, the drawers smell like shit, but you still go ahead and you wear them. You spray cologne, put cologne over them, and you feel like, they're good. Nah, bro. This stuff stinks. It stinks, and it reeks. It reeks of stanky smell. Do I gotta call their name out? I don't think so. I don't think so, but I saw some stuff in the chat room today when I was in some of these chat rooms, and it was some straight mess. They were just hard. Ryan Fitzpatrick been around the world and back, and he's still a sorry-ass quarterback, and I don't care what. There ain't no one game in New Orleans at the beginning of the season when nothing's really on the line, and there ain't no pressure, on him that's going to make him look good before there'll be a game. There'll be a game later on in the season, and you know what you're getting when you get with him. He's got his ceiling. Tyrod never really had a chance the way that Tyrod put up some real numbers, some good decent numbers to where you can trust him with the football. And he does what he does, and he does his job and he leaves. You don't get that from Ryan. You put your money into him, you give him a big fat contract, and you're gonna be you feel like you lost some money. So, but this is exactly how they do us in our jobs and stuff. They have to put that person as the face of the fact. So a lot of times, we talk about this stuff, but this is the frustration you go through. You can't talk sports with these folks because they brainwash like that. It's the brainwashing that gets us. And Sluggo says, indoctrinated or brainwashed people are the worst. You have an easy time explaining shit to a brick wall. That's very true. Because the brainwashed folks believe that there's something wrong with you. The brainwashed people think there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the world. Something wrong with you. Not wrong with the world. Not wrong with the media. Not wrong with the things that they've been learning through all their life. They refuse to believe anything wrong with that, and they rather go around and talk about the next episode of Love and Hip Hop, and they probably like listening to Cardi B. A lot of them love Cardi B. They love Cardi B. They love the Migos and garbage rap, garbage music, everything garbage. They love garbage. They've been eating garbage so long they got used to it. They love the flavor. They love the flavor of the garbage. It's like me. When I got used to eating garbage food, now I gotta make my own food from scratch. I gotta do what I have to do to make better food. So. Well, I only got to number 2 on the list so far. Thinking number 3 on the list of Boyce Watkins' list of 27 ways black people are brainwashed from birth was thinking that every black person who goes to prison is automatically a bad human being. Yeah, how many folks really believe that? I don't believe that shit. Shit. I know that they've been forced to usually put them in a situation where they end up, being a bad human being, or doing things that they don't want to do, but they trying to do it to survive. These people are trying to survive. That was another frustration thing about what happened. Brainwashed people. The best example of that was when this Nike campaign came up with Kaepernick. Kaepernick gets this deal, and like Angry Black Man is talking about it too. Let me read this thing. Let me read this thing, but that's the perfect example of the brainwashed folks. Kaepernick gets a deal with Nike, and now all of a sudden everybody's all happy as hell, like it's a win. You ain't win nothing yet. They think it's like a win. We won the Olympics or something. We won the whole the big championship. And now they feel so good that they're going to buy a whole bunch of Nike shoes, like they still they still didn't, they had nothing to do with the bait truck in Chicago. Like they had nothing to do with they never invested in private prisons. Nike's, the bait truck in Chicago was full of Nike stuff. Did Nike just give the police just take a Nike truck and decide to put that thing out there? Did they do that? I don't know. I think that we shouldn't be spending our money there like that, but there's probably a lot of other shoe companies that do. I'm one of the shoes that don't just that feel comfortable to my feet right now. If they don't feel comfortable for my feet, I'm not really trying to wear these. I have bought these Nikes, and these Nikes pulled my toenail off. My big toenail came off trying to run around in these shoes. I stopped wearing those shoes. But I was just, I didn't know what they were doing till later. Let me go and try to come up with this chat here. Okay, that ninja. Oh, Bama 334. He's in the chat room as well. What's up, Bama 334? Bama 334. Representing Crimson Tide and the Falcons. He's in the chat. We got G Money. You never sounded. That ninja says G Money. You never sounded more New York than when I heard you say hot dog just now. Or I guess there ain't nothing wrong with talking like New Yorkers do. I can't. Sometimes when I listen to myself, I don't realize that I have that type of accent. I really just think this is a regular, accent. Really, I don't really think there's anything different about it until later. Until I listen to one of my own shows sometimes, and I go back and listen to it to sound like it. Sluggo says, giving brainwashed people information is also useless. Their inner spirit has to crave information they weren't taught by the oppressor. Others, while they'll say, why should I read your information? I've seen it in chat or on a number of occasions. Wow. That's the attitude that a lot of them have. Why should they trust your information? Why should you taking information from Fox News as the word? So you taking information from them? CNN? You taking information from them? You taking information from all around us? Taking information. All that stuff is information. Why don't you use your spirit, man, to tell you whether or not the stuff is true or not? But I guess it's just easier to. Then it's easier. Sluggo also says, also brainwashed people believe that you can vote your way out of shit. Okay, yeah, I see that stuff a lot of times. You can't really vote your way out of stuff. You can't, because the system's already a mess and it's broken. I mean, I was on Nathan. I was not really on it, but I was in the chat room with Nathan Ivey the other day. And Nathan Ivey thought that, hey, you should, why don't you get involved with the school board? Like, school board got schemers and everything else, just like you're doing over, in national politics. They got stuff going on. People got their agendas being played. And that goes back to number one, where I was saying, let our oppressors educate our children. Let our oppressors educate our children, medicate them, and put them in high school. So if that's their system, and you trying to go up on their public school board, what are you, one person, going to do to change the public school system? It's going to take a whole collective of us to really change that public school system. Not one person. And most of the time, who we're talking to is these same brainwashed people. But they believe in voting. They believe in voting, like voting's going to change the world or something. People believed in interracial marriages, like the interracial marriage is going to change the way people think about things. No, it's not. It's been that people been in interracial marriages for a long time, and it hasn't changed much of anything. interracial here, interracial there. You still, and we still in the same position. So I don't see that. I guess we just brainwash. You know, we tell ourselves what we want to hear. That bad DJ says Fox Sports best personality is a NFL Hall of Famer, one of the best tight ends of all time, Shannon Sharp. Sterling. I said Sterling Sharp. Sterling Sharp. I was thinking about Sterling Sharp, his brother, Shannon Sharp. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's a pretty good commentator sometimes. Except, I think I heard him lately. I think it was I disagreed with one of his things that he said last time. I was on YouTube and I was hearing what he was saying about something. I didn't like that, but I'm not gonna agree with him all the time. Just sometimes he says some good. He says something, decent sometimes. But Shannon, he be sometimes. Like the last time, I think I was in more agreement with Skip. It was about Dak Prescott. That's exactly what it was about. Dak Prescott. I disagreed with him on that stuff right down. He wanted to put like all of if Zeke couldn't do this, then Zach Prescott, he's not a good quarterback or something. It's year 3 of the Dak Prescott. If Dak Prescott has no freaking receivers, this on the 3rd year they get him damn receiver. They took a receiver away and gave him nothing. Gave him nothing to throw the ball to. But that's what they'll have you believe. And then that's the way they set you up. Like I always say, they put you in a bad system. Either they take away your receivers. When you're a black quarterback or you're a black anything, there's a chance that they try to if they want that position for somebody else, they're gonna make it sure that they do all they can to push somebody else into your position. That's what they do to the black quarterback. That's what they do to the black coach. NBA. It doesn't matter where the coach is at. They want somebody else in that position. The media, the whoever, the administration. They will see to it that they make this thing happen. They propped up John Gruden so much. He was like, and even today, Stephen A was talking about he was exceptional analyst. He was not to me. I thought that dude was like a suspected white supremacist as an analyst. The way he analyzed the football game, he's all in love with like Alex Smith. He was very critical of black players and stuff. And this is probably one of the reasons why the Raiders came out. They sucked so bad last night, because he wanted to put his impression all over the team and he refused to have anybody that was go against what his word or his authority. He would get he wants to get along and go along. If we can be a brother on the team, but you got to get along to go along, brother. And Khalil didn't meet that. The punter they had, he didn't meet that either. Forget the brother punter's name that used to be on Raiders. He didn't fit that mold that he wanted. So he wants the ones that just shut up, do your job, and that's what John Gruden's been about. But folks, was all he used to be a coach again, and how great he was as an offensive mind. He was not an offensive mastermind. He got schooled yesterday, and the guy who schooled him yesterday is a better chance of fitting the description that they trying to make John Gruden be. Yeah, we fail. We just repeat the same shit everybody else keeps saying over and over and over again, and those are the reasons. So I got to 3 of them so far. I got 27 on the list, and I got 20, and I'm on number 3. I'm gonna have to so keep going and then catch up with this. Eating food that gives you diabetes or heart disease is number 4. Or high blood pressure and chronic disease by the age of 45. Damn it, he got me again. I'm on that. Number 4, eating food that is going to give you diabetes or heart disease or blood pressure or chronic obesity by the age of 45. That is one of the ways that we've been brainwashed. I'm on my show. She's starting to get ghetto again. She wants me to be off the air so I can probably make a meal or something. Maybe I should take a break again. I don't know. But, I'm only on number 4. I got 27 of these, and I might have to just, come back to this and, at another time on that one. But I got more information to share. Because I got 7 ways our children are being brainwashed, and I got all kinds. I got some other ones. Also had an article about Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris had opinions of why black people are brainwashed and should, become Republicans. Chuck Norris thought he would, he need to go and kick something. So he need to go pick a bag of flour or something. You don't need to be talking about us like, trying to do. He try to stop trying to educate people. He wrote an article when it was this online site called I think it was MDW, and I wanted to read it so we can have a laugh about that stuff. But this is the people people would rather take information from Chuck Norris than they would rather take it from you. And these are the frustrations. People don't understand that. People are not understanding what it, how we always seek validation from people that really don't give a fuck about you. And it's crazy to me that people would really do that. Okay, so here we go. Let me go. Okay, so where we going on here? I'm catching up. So Dad, you just said everybody else on Fox Sports besides Shannon Sharp are ESPN rejects. That ninja said the whole thing about brainwashing is it was slow and a steady IV drop over many years, so people don't recognize it, even think these ideals are their own, which is why it's so hard to convince them otherwise. Yeah, that's maybe that is so, but there's certain things that I go back in time. I have to go back sometime to go to where this whole thing began for me, and I didn't really find out that I was brainwashed and was fooled up until I was like maybe like 35. I was 35 or something like that, and it's a process of getting out of that, working your way out of that. And folks, up until that time, I was, just I was more withdrawn. I was so withdrawn back then. I didn't really like looking people in the eye and stuff. I didn't like any of that. Well, but you find these people everywhere. Andrew Miller said the gubernatorial race in New York is a joke. I haven't really read up on that yet. I didn't, I know we have one over here in Georgia that's going on. I know they're talking about the one where Gilliam is running. I think he's all out there. He's trying to run for the governor out there. I think it was but I don't forget what state it was. So I'm going to have to catch up with my politics on who governors are running, what governors running here and there. And we got to catch up with that. I want to find out. We got to find out what these guys are made of. But voting, it's not going to change things by itself. We got to start thinking outside the box on how to make major changes in here. And we got to get together and do this. And we got to be able to try to see what happens before it happens, and try to come up with a counter to what's been going on against us. Because the brainwashing has worked for a long time, and it still works. We got to break our people free. Even if they don't want to hear it, they're going to have to get into it with us. You know, we're going to have to be real with these people. You know, and it's hard to listen to these suck ass, you know, shows. You know, the sports. I can't even listen to the sports radio anymore because they repeat the same stuff. They repeat the same things over and over again. Jameis Winston's a bad guy. Jameis Winston this, Jameis Winston that. He's not going to be able to start next time. He should be, you know, they're going to probably leave him on the bench and start Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's with his fifth or sixth team, you know, when he's had his umpteenth chances. He gets multiple chances because of the privilege that he's earned, that he's got. You know, he hasn't really earned it. He's got privilege. That bad DJ says, hey, on voting, we need to tell our people to stop focusing on the presidential election. We got to vote on local levels. Get those fucking sheriffs out of there. Get those judges out of there. If we want to take over, we have to send our kids to law school so our future generations can vote them in as judges, sheriffs, etc. That's a good thought there. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like it. Because we need it. You know, we have to think outside the box. We got to do whatever we can. Because we do need a collective of people with the minds that's changed. We got to get control of that system. We got to start looking for other means of media. You know, I listen to I watch for my news. I go to Advise Show TV. Advise Show TV on YouTube. That's where I go to for my news and information. That brother is creating something there. And I remember one of the podcasters told me that nobody, you know, I was like, I wanted the media, and a podcaster told me nobody's gonna listen to you unless you won't have credibility if you won't have credibility if you're not telling the truth, and it went right against me because how you gonna assume I'm gonna put some false stuff out there, but it's coming from a black guy. You coming from a black person, you don't expect it. You don't think the thing is real, but they got fake news everywhere, and these guys are spreading it. Most of the news media out there right now, the mainstream media, is a bunch of false bullshit. Unless you want to listen to NPR, nobody wants to listen to NPR because it sounds like it's totally boring. It's not sensationalist, and it's just straight up into you. It's just straight. But it is what it is. And folks don't like what it is news. So I got the Advise Show Media for YouTube. Y'all need to check that out. Advise Show Media, Advise Show TV. Both of those channels that you find Advise Shows. ADVISE show. You listen to those shows. For real. He said, and that ninja is in agreement with his cousin. He said, true cousin, because you have to find somebody to vote for that actually gives a damn about us, which is red. We're choosing between the lesser of two evils, but I agree the local elections are way more important than the presidential election, which is predetermined. Yeah, they are. They showed you that. This last election showed you that presidents are selected, not elected. They selected Trump. Trump was selected from the bigs up top. That's why he had less votes and he won the election. Because they did that. That's why it don't matter how many votes somebody has. The votes don't get you the presidency. It's the electoral college. That's by design, because it's selection. They select who's the president. You are being selected. You select who's the president instead of, it's because you deserve it, because, if the more popular person, the one that they really want is not going to win all the time. Whoever they want is who gets to be president. And they're going to bend them to their will. Even if they'll take somebody, that you put up there, and they're gonna want them to bend their way, and they'll bend them, and they'll work more for them than they ever did for us. Eventually, even if we think that they was a candidate that we liked, they'll put a little, those politicians that we get out of the lesser two evils, they'll throw us a few crumbs, but they ain't gonna give us the whole shit. They're not gonna give us what we need. They're not gonna stop putting the brothers back in prison, keep the brothers from going back into prison. They're not gonna stop this prison to the school to prison pipeline. They're not gonna stop that. They're gonna continue that. Best believe it. Or they're gonna start it up. They're going to help start this whole thing up. So, we have to think outside. We got to keep, we got to go. We got to go with we got to start thinking outside the box and we have to have our own everything. We got to start at the local level. Exactly. Local level and taking over. That's probably another subject for another day, but it's the same subject though. Because the brainwashing, if you're going to get the brainwashing undone, we got to get in control of the judges, all that. All the judges, the sheriffs. We got a whole bunch of coon sheriffs out there. We got white supremacists and coon sheriffs. They running things. They running things. And that's why most of the times, a lot of times we get no justice. That bad GJ also said, we real talk, we feel as black people is voting, they got us brainwashed into believing that we win by voting on the president. That's where the Democrats got us into the sunken place. But it's true. They want us to believe we need to vote them into the Senate, House of Reps, and President. But we need to vote at the local level. But they don't tell us this shit. Yet you rely on their vote. Yet they rely on our vote. Exactly. And to be clear, he said, I like their show. Oh, RC was talking about let me go back to where, try to catch up with where RC was talking about that, whatever show that he was listening to. He said he liked that show, but he didn't like that Ryan Fitzpatrick, that Tyrod Taylor and Ryan Fitzpatrick comparison. I think that was the Barbershop Brothers. I think that show was the Barbershop Brothers. I snuck in their chat room to see, but it's not really hard to believe. Those cats are brainwashed to the highest degree. Also, I gotta, have to say that's the case with them. It is what it is with them. You get what you get. The brainwash. I mean, the brainwash brothers, mainstream brothers, whatever, the barbershop boys. Them cats are brainwashed. There ain't nothing we can do about that. He RC likes their show. I understand. They got you feel. I shouldn't go into all that, but I did anyway. Defending Sluggo says. Jungle says, they always hype Fitzpatrick when a black QB is on the team. See New York Jets. Geno Smith. If a black quarterback is getting the snaps, they will prop up their guy at for whatever reason.
Did you eat the fish last night?
I didn't eat all the fish. There's still some in there.
Did it taste fishy?
It tastes good.
Okay, well it needs to be eaten up tonight because to me it's tasting kind of fishy. So finish up the fish tonight.
Well, anyway, I hope that fish is still good tonight. So that's another one. That's another thing. Defending Tyrod are pointing out the truth about Fitzpatrick's an exercise in futility. This is Sluggo. Media has already got them set in their positions. Yeah, he's pretty much. And you know what? Don't be surprised if Jameis Winston ends up being a backup in the NFL or something like that. Because once the media, they get their way, and I think the Glazers are going to let them get their way. The Glazers are no different than the other owners in sports, where they believe they probably follow more what the media is saying. You know, didn't they get rid of Tony Dungy? Didn't they might have hired Raheem Morris, but didn't they get rid of him? Who else did they brought in a whole bunch of junk coaches, and they seem to be going nowhere. So they make bad decisions. They're a bad decision franchise. You know, even with their championship that they got, it was from Dungy, but they was riding on John Gruden was the guy. Then the media hyped him up some more. So they're into the media hype stuff, and just expect that Jameis won't be playing, and he'll be back up in the NFL somewhere, you know, hoping for a shot, until we start another league, and until we do our own thing and start our own league, and, you know, then we can probably do something about that then. But right now, I don't think that's going to happen like that. Tell you the truth. You know, tell you the truth right there. Anyway, let me get some more of this chat. Yeah. So, also, man, I'm trying to catch up with this chat. Boy. Cardi B is the closest thing to New York Gully, says that be a DJ in years, yo. The only thing one keeping New York style and hip hop alive. She's raps gully, and she's gully in New York, now dressed and act like that. They from the South. The DJ, they stole it, man. The culture voters have stolen it, and they're propping up folks that don't deserve to be propped up anyway. So they prop up Cardi B so she can make us look bad in New York, and, you know, black women as a whole, because they believe that she's a black woman representative no matter what anybody else thinks. And they love shitting on us. That's just the long and short of it. They love shitting on us. Right now, I kind of probably long-winded. I should probably take a little break, play some music, and come back at it. So that's what I'm going to do. I got some music. Thank you. We'll get back at this in a few minutes. Take a break here. Strictly Ghetto. Tuesday night. And get back up in the chat now after this.
He's on his way, he's going to Hollywood, he's busting it to Hollywood. Show him the way, he's moving to Hollywood, he's huffing it to Hollywood. He's on his way, he's going to Hollywood, he's busting it to Hollywood. Show him the way, he's moving to Hollywood, he's huffing it to Hollywood.
Just waited at bus stop.
What you doing? Show him the ways. Moving to Hollywood. He's hopping into Hollywood. You know he's gonna be dressed to kill. He's gonna find some brand new thrills. Whatever he's been looking for, tell him that there's so much more in Hollywood. Hollywood. He's on his way. He's going to Hollywood. He's busting into Hollywood. What you doing? Show him the way. He's moving to Hollywood. He's hopping into Hollywood. Painted faces, sunburned skin, fixed expressions, smiles worn thin, caught in the blinking neons of Hollywood. Bending battles, maneuvering schemes, false expressions,
Tuesday night, talking about things that, dealing with the frustrations of dealing with brainwashed people and trying to talk some sense into them. And, they're not so receptive of the thing, but they keep talking like they're experts on the matters because the TV and the media and wherever they listen to, whatever they getting the information from tells them so. And as long as they keep repeating this stuff, they will continue to believe that they know what they're talking about and that they are the ish. Oops. Okay. So, and that's also we discovered that tonight I'm gonna have the fish kind of taste funny, she said. So I gotta eat that fish tonight. I think that fish tastes fine to me. I'm probably gonna add some couscous to the fish, and I'm gonna make it. I got my cabbage made up. So, and I cooked my cabbage without pork. So, without the use of pork or turkey legs. So, gotta learn how to do that. That's part of it. Try to break some of the food that I've been eating gave me this sticking disease in the first place. So, but this is gonna work this out. I got some few people in the chat room I never really got to. We got Deacon Dale, the Buffalo Bill killer. And the head heathen in charge. One of the head heathens is out there. What's up, Deacon Dale? Got plenty chat in here to catch up to. I was going off to the broken system, but I was going over what Boyce had, and Boyce had 27 reasons, and I can't get to them all. I'm not going to be able to get to them all, but he had a few good ones up there. One of them, what was the other few of them he had there? He said, believing that the black people you see on white-owned TV networks are supposed to be leaders and your role models to your community. Number 5, that was number 6, though. Number 5 was valuing sports and education over education. Valuing sports and entertainment over education. Yeah, that is a brainwashed way. Believing every tax refund check and every paycheck is supposed to go straight to the mall and buy overpriced European brands for companies that don't even hire black people. That's number 7. Number 8 was thinking that being rich means having a high-paying job, a big house, a fancy car, even if it's all financed with debt. That's number 8. Number 9 is calling your friends, niggas or niggas, and not seeing anything wrong with that. Number 10 is giving your money to white businesses and avoiding the black one. Number 11 was thinking that we're all supposed to vote for the Democratic Party in every election. Number 12 was believing that Africa is a poor, dirty, horrible place with nothing but poverty and disease, and that you should thank. Who's that? Let me go back. You should thank your lucky stars you were blessed enough to live in America. That's another. I think my mom was regurgitated that one time. She thought that we left from mud huts and stuff. We had sticks and stuff. You seen those things from National Degree Graphics. They used to show that all the time, and they kind of made us. They forced that bullshit into our brains that we, that's what they have. They have going on in Africa. Come to find out, they ain't even living like that. They living pretty good over there in Africa. You've seen some of if you ever get the chance to look at some of the pictures and stuff. I gotta visit that place one day, and I got me an Africa hat right now. I'm wearing over my head. I got an Africa bucket hat that I'm wearing on my head right now, and I gotta get more familiar with Africa because I believe that I want to see that area because I know it's more caught up than what they made us believe it was. And probably part of that whole thing was that they did that movie, the Black Panther. That one was one of the things they brought up out here. And number 14 is believing that Harvard and Yale are better than Spelman and Harvard. That's that's number 13. Not realizing that both Spelman and Howard were funded by white people. That's number 14. 15 is not realizing that most people who founded the NAACP were actually white, and that this no organization never really belonged to you in the first place. Now, they can't help you, but they have less loyalty to you than to their corporate and political overseers. Number 16 is thinking that straight hair is good and black hair is nasty, then giving all your money to Korean beauty shops so they can make you feel better about yourself. That's number 16. Number 17 is believing that light-skinned women are more attractive than those with dark skin. Hell to the no, I like dark-skinned women. Love them. They look the most beautiful to me. I mean, not that the light skins don't look nice, but dark skin is beautiful. Don't get that twisted. I know they put into your head every day that dark is ugly, but dark is lovely. Don't forget it. People out there, don't forget it. I'm just like everybody else. I used to drink that Kool-Aid too, but wake up after a while. You wake up after a while, you start to see the realness of the whole thing, and that most of the good women that I knew were black women. So black is the best to me. Next, knowing nothing about African history, but believing that every great accomplishment occurred in Europe, starting with Christopher Columbus discovering that a country that was well populated thousands of years before he arrived. Yeah. Number 19, believing that you're only supposed to pray, march, and be peaceful every time your children get slaughtered by white or Caucasians. Yes. That is a brainwashing right there. You're always doing that, praying and doing nothing. And there's more. Let me see. Let's get some of the better ones. And number 23 was like believing that Martin Luther King is more important than Malcolm X because white people market him more regularly. Yeah, that's one of the ways. And there's so what else is there? What else is there? And normal. There's things that's normal to have all black neighborhood with mostly white police force. There are no white neighborhoods, mostly a black police force. Okay, so thinking that it's normal to have, number 25 was like thinking that it's normal to have an all black neighborhood with a mostly white police force when there are no all white neighborhoods with a mostly black police force. That is, yeah, folks are okay with that. And number 27 was the big one, thinking that the first black person to get into a white institution actually represents progress, even though whites have never considered it progress to get into our institutions or organizations. Yeah. So and there was more, but I skipped over them. Those are the ways people believe the brainwash, but also there's actually some more. But that's the 27 that he thought of. That's Dr. Boyce Watkins. That's his list. Give him applause for that. Thanks for the list, Doctor. Yeah. Not that everybody really buys into all these guys, these black guys, because they're always so critical of one another, even when they are they have their flaws too, and they have their flaws like everybody. You gotta understand that. Like every one of us has some type of flaws, but then we try to we turn on our own people sometimes when like they still don't want me. They still not looking out for us. Maybe they are looking out for themselves in a way, and we start to question their whole background and stuff. That's another way that when we start to question others, that's another brainwashing right there. I don't think he put that on his list. Okay. So here we go. So Jungle Brothers was like. So after that, wait a minute. Angry Black Man had the whole thing right here. Let me go back. Perfect example of our brothers and sisters being lost is the plan to run out and buy more Nike products due to their support of Brother Kaepernick. Brother Colin Kaepernick. A better plan would be to buy some Nike stock and reap the benefits of Nike's strategic move to make Brother Cap the face of their Just Do It campaign. That is a great idea. Get that Nike stock. And folks might be selling it now because the thing went low. So that's a smart move to buy it, buy low, sell high. You know what I'm saying? That's how you make that dough. That's what I heard anyway. Andrew Miller says Ryan Fitzpatrick is a serviceable backup quarterback at best. And I can't agree more. That BJ said, he said somebody must have been saying something. Whoa, Cardi B ain't got Cardi B's got straight trash to the highest degree, bad DJ. I'm starting to think you kind of young, bro. She ain't no damn MC Light. I think MC Light's our best representative as far as MCs in New York. Tell you the truth. Cardi B said, okay, and that DJ said that. Cardi B says, Struggle says, we got black folks having shit planted on them in full 1080p, so I don't believe shit these folks say about crime and their stats. You know, I can't. You know, I couldn't even knock you for that because these stats are shit. Only thing I use their stats for is to use their stats against them. To, you know, once I'm trying to argue against these Caucasians, because the Caucasians, well, you're gonna adopt the stats of the FBI. Y'all wrote that and then we didn't. You know, that's what I use that for. But for me, believing them things, those stats are really, they do things to make those stats a reality. You know, that's how they studying us. They're looking at those stats. They're trying to study us. They're studying us. They're studying us. They want to see how if we do this, they'll do that. If we do, that's the stats. That's what I believe stats is about. You know, and I'm Mr. Controversial. I mean, not really controversial. But I'm Mr. I believe in that. I mean, you know, Mr. Conspiracy. I'm a conspiracy person. I just don't straight believe every stat that they feed me. RC's, my opinion on Cap and Nike, I'm glad he's getting the exposure, but Nike did it for Nike. And where the F was Nike 2 years ago when the shit really hit the fan? Preach, RC, that's true. Truth. That bad, he just says Kaepernick's deal is Nike saying fuck you to the NFL and that they are an NFL sponsor. It's hysterical. I love it because they already bring any star athlete that is ridiculed in the media. They use them for a campaign to give them a voice. Serena, Tiger, Cap, etc. And it's like I said, greed sizzle. I'm just glad it pissed off those toothless racists. And Cardi B, Cardi B rapping NYC better than any rapper right now. That about as dumb as saying Eminem is the only rapper that said fuck Trump. That's right. Bad DJ, like that's not what I said, Juggle. And that BDG said, I said Cardi B is only in New York rapper right now. I should have said right now for Jungle. Cardi is the only New York rapper right now who raps gully, keeps it hip hop New York when she makes music. She has current sounds and rappers on her shit. But she's straight New York. Her album is refreshing. Nicki Minaj panders to New York while trying to pander to a white audience, which is why she never was consistent with her music. She wanted her cake and to eat it too. But Cardi has been the same since she came out. And then, what up, fam? Sluggo says the system isn't broken. It's actually working as it was intended to railroad our access at every turn. It's true. True statement. True Straightman, Sluggo, Sydney. Bad DJ, good post on Whitlock. It's Sid Jack. He's in the chat. Sid Jack. Sid Jack. Welcome. Welcome to my show, Sid Jack. I'm talking about strictly ghetto topic of trying to deal with people who's in the brainwashed in your own black community and how it is to try to talk to somebody. It's like talking to a wall. That Bad DJ, only because you share the same blood with that ninja, I'm gonna scroll from your Charlie B proclamation. That's Juggle brother. Okay, so and as I said, we had Dale in the chat room. Bad DJ, I write in my vote as a protest vote just to shut people up. I don't believe in the lesser of two evils, but then y'all still get mad because I don't vote for who y'all want me to vote for, which is beyond laughable. Yeah, I mean, I don't see, and that's what I do. I have to do the same thing. I can't vote for these two clowns anymore. This clown versus the other clown is not a good vote for me. You know what? You're going to get screwed either way. It's not a good vote for me. I want somebody that's going to pander. When do we get real somebody that really gets panders, not really just pander to us, but has an actual agenda where we're on it and they actually going to try to pull this thing off as soon as they get in. And then I can vote for you, but then I'm going to want to see you do what you said you did. And if you don't do it, you're not getting my vote again. And you probably have a good chance of losing it. That's what I need, but I need somebody to at least put that on the agenda, that it has me and my community in mind. And want to break some of the stuff, these policies that they was created to put us in, jail us, and criminalize us. I need somebody that's on that mission. Now, we're not getting it done because we have, as a collective, aren't seeing through the fog. We don't see through the fog a lot. We continue to work things that don't work. We continue to do things that we know won't work. Voting Democratic blindly every time is not working. Therefore, we need to change it. Not saying that I'm supposed to vote Republican either. Definitely not that either. What we have to do is we have to try to make a change, and we're going to have to do something different. I say that doing something different, we're doing something different by fighting in our vote on people that we know won't win, but inviting them in anyway. It starts something. It starts the momentum shift. Hopefully. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out because because it just won't work out because that's the way that's the way they have it. But until we all get it, once we all get together, and this thing will change. But that whole getting together part is the hard part. Bad DJ says, let me keep in mind that not every white person analyst is racist. Just like Whitlock, they'll say what they need to say to remain relevant and in favor of the company they work for. The companies give them a platform that caters to the company's agenda. Not every analyst is racist, but Whitlock is an Uncle Tom. But every white analyst is a racist. It's not every white analyst is a racist. We gotta stop saying that, though. Man, they all are racist until they all aren't. That's what I think. They all are racist until they all aren't. Which means they gotta prove that they're not. I just can't be defending you. They ain't defending us when we're in the same situation. When we get called out, I don't really hear a peep from them. That's the problem. That's the big problem with us. We're ready. Not all white people do this. We're the first ones to do that. They never did do. When is it their turn to start saying, hey, the black person name something black negative that happened. Name something black and negative that happened with black people. and they all just came down on her. Nobody's gonna say not all black men are molesters, or rapists. After Bill Cosby, they took down Bill Cosby. They chose to take down Bill Cosby. Not saying he was a rapist, but that was the media's portrayal. And nobody, not only did nobody come to Bill's aid as much, nobody came to black folks' aid and said, not all blacks are. And then there's also other instances where black is seen as negative, and they had an agenda push, right? They had an agenda push, and what they did, they just did say nothing, a peep from this. We're always defending them. They never defend us. I got a huge problem with that problem. I think there's something in our mindset that still accepts that we have to keep defending our white friends. Shoot. If we got white friends, we love them, but guess what? They gotta prove themselves to us to get that respect. I can't be going around defending folks and just saying, well, not all. I'm not trying to protect them and shit. They're not protective of your feelings. You don't ever see it reciprocated. You don't. That's what I'm saying. I know I went off on a rant right there, but I got tired of that. I get tired of it because I see it from so much. I hear it so much. Young brother says, Sluggo, in my mistake in 2016 was not coming to the A and helping you vote right. Marine Corps style. Okay. And then there's ABM laughed at Jungle. And Sluggo said, read those ballots, do your research before you enter that booth. They have people on there who ain't right, and you gotta vote them out. Chuck Norris on that BS, Andrew Miller said. I love that. Yeah. Okay. My chat got stuck for some reason. Okay, I got it back. There we go. For some reason, thing wanted to go to Spreaker.com and I'm already in. The Whitlockers like Clayton Bisbee. Sidney explaining his voting choices of voting for Hillary. That's on them. I'm voting for Hillary instead of Trump. My girl voted for Hillary. I voted for. Shit. Who did I want to see in there? I voted the sister, former Ohio State Senator Nina Turner. That's who I voted for. I wrote her ass. I wrote her name in there. I'm sorry, I wrote her ass. My bad. Wrote her in there because I believe that she was. If the world was fair as it really was, she would be president, and not Hillary. Wouldn't be forced to swallow cod liver oil. Hillary Clinton. The Buccaneers want to lose if they want to lose. Buccaneers want to lose if they stick Patrick when Winston comes back. That's Andrew. Yeah, that's true. Sluggo said, I think Hillary was Detroit, but they underestimated Trump and his supporters. Trump was even inferring that if they robbed him, folks should exercise their Second Amendment rights. Wow, he's still using that type of rhetoric to this day. Jungle Brother says, saying a candidate is not for blacks is shallow thinking when that candidate is against war, for affordable health care and education. How the hell, affordable education is not in black folks' interest. Let that sink in. And we got Buster in the chat. I'm still late. I'm still trying to get caught up with this daggone chat. When the Democrats address issues such as police killings, they'll have my ear until then. Right in. They're not gonna address police killings. Like I say, things don't change until we change them. You know, they don't. The Republicans and Democrats are two sides of the same coin. You can tell me the same. You can tell me whatever you want. They ain't changing. The Republicans ain't changing. The Democrats ain't changing either. We have to force them to change. And we got to force them to change. But we too satisfied with the fake reality that we come accustomed to. As long as we're too individualistic as a people right now. And this is the biggest. This is our biggest problem. Jungle said, Angry Black Man said, I've been in the mortgage industry for 23 years. Banks will use redlining, which is profiling the address area you live in, black neighborhood, and then deny the loan based on that. Wells Fargo recently got nailed with that BS. Sure it did. And Sluggo says Dr. Claude Anderson breaks down horizontal issues perfectly. Obama was all for that and implemented all that. That's why the Republicans shut the country down. Trump said he was going to erase Obama's acts. Hillary wanted to continue Obama's acts. So how the fuck does Hillary in the same boat as Trump? Not attacking anyone in the chat, just saying. Oh boy. Hillary's very roundabout. That's the whole thing. She's roundabout. She has this whole agenda. I'm gonna help you out. Then she screws like the Libyan folks, and taking out Gaddafi, which left them vulnerable, and now they've been enslaved and stuff. So Hillary's really they're very dirty. The Clintons are not really that clean as you thought they were. Much like this country is, just not that great. And then you Bossa was talking about, let's not forget McNabb. Let's talk about Donald McNabb. But I'm trying to get through all these really quick, and then I'm probably not going to be able to get to all of them. And they're going to eventually try to replace all the black quarterbacks, of course. The QB is the last white position left in sports that matters, says Sid Jack, so they are holding on to it tight, but the ninjas are coming, and the NBA embraced it, and the league is real. The league is real strong. And that man said, "Preach it. This is the last thing they have, and if they let the brothers play, we would be good. We would gold probably half of the starting quarterback positions in the league." Bussa X Squad said, "We could take over any sport, including hockey." That's true. And that's a fact. Yo, G Money is back as Skunk. Big L is in there. So we got Big L. I got a chat full of folks. I'm thankful for y'all listening to me tonight. Could have been anywhere doing anything. And it's just about time me start shut this party down. I start this thing around 9 something. It's about 11 now. Let me hurry up and catch up this as much as possible. Folks think blacks only vote Democrat, but that's bullshit. We vote our interests. And that's exactly, we do vote our interests. We gotta get more interest on the daggone ticket. That's my deal. We gotta get more interest. And that number one interest is, we need to run our own schools again. Everything that this paper was saying, some of this stuff is true, and you gotta learn how to apply this to our person that we vote next time. We gotta get more interest on there. I know I like to have good health care too. Yes, yes, we want health care, but I'm not going to do it at the and I'm not gonna vote for you on vote for you because you're giving me health care and then have you lock up my kids when this school to prison pipeline. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to vote for you to redline shit. I'm not going to do shit like that. I'm not going to let you take advantage of me and my needs just because I need certain things that I need, so you can go then and use that to police my block and have me racially profiled. Not going to do that. Not going to compromise any longer because you meet me on a few of my interests. That's what we've been doing. That's why we've been voting Democrats. And Democrats are not going to change. Republicans probably not going to change either. So, no matter how many ideals they have, communists, whatever they, moderate, conservative, liberal, they all don't want to break their mold. They all are in it together. They all got a clique thing going on. They all touch and agree on something. We don't really touch and agree enough on the things that support and help us enough. We just think about our situation. We have our own individual. We're too much individuals between us all, and that's what's part of dividing us. All right, y'all. I got through most of the chat as I could. I might have skipped over you with that. I hope y'all don't look at me less. Jungle also thinks that cooking cabbage without pork is like eating cereal without milk. Not true, Jungle. Cabbage is hard to mess up. All you got to do is put some salt and pepper in it. You might have to put a little bit of garlic minced garlic, put it in there. But jungle cabbage doesn't take pork, doesn't need pork seasoning. Pork is great. It's a great seasoning thing, If you can't cook, you make sure you cook everything in some bacon and some pork. That thing will come out good as hell. But those that know how to cook, learn to cook without pork, meat, any of that turkey leg, whatever. You don't know how to cook your vegetables until you learn to cook them without meat in it. That's my take on that. And thank y'all all for listening to me tonight. I have to leave you. And it's been very good. Y'all have been very good to me listening to my show tonight. So hopefully, I don't know if this, I'll be back on here soon again. So try to do it every other week. Every other week, we got to bring you an Everyday People show or every strictly ghetto show. Big ups to all the Real Cast Rangers, Jungle, Dat Ninja, Bama 334, RC, K3000, Thorny Switch, the whole Real Cast. Also, what's up to all the X Squadron, Big L, Sluggo, Tiffany, Pool in Portland, Tiffany, Sports and Heels. Don't forget Miss Mocha Bella. She's the queen of X Squad, and also all of them, DJ Queen, also like the DJ Hammer from the MCDE, DJ Nunu from MCDE, all of the MCDEs, DJs, DJ Lady, and all the DJs, all of them, Spider, all of them cats, all of y'all. Thank you. Oh, team, thank you, team, all my people. Sid Jack, Angry Black Man, Bust Up, all you cats. Thank you for listening to me tonight. Appreciate it. And as always in leaving, I have to say, the biggest key to life is loving yourself. Because if you love yourself, you can love everybody. And that's the big thing. So remember that. Remember that, everybody. As we go out on a Tuesday night, gotta say peace and one love.